Well, hello. How's it going, meow? Listen, what's wrong with my audio? Oh, because it wasn't playing. That's why. Okay. Okay, this is weird. Oh, we got crime already back here. Crime at the new baseball field and at the parking lot. Let's see here. I think our only police here. Let's see here. I think our only police is all the way back here. Oops. Let me see here. Let me make sure of that there. I think here, yes, oops. Our only police we have is all the way back here in town. Right there. Oh, wow, we got 12 arrested criminals already. And they only got room for 10. Wow. We got a crime spree going on. We probably need we probably need this we're going to put here. We're going to add, since we're going to be building up this direction here, let's go ahead and get Crossroad off of here. And we need to get it to come all the way out here anyway, so we just might as well get it to, so it'll kick into that road right there. And we'll also need to come this way as well. We don't want to go all the way there. Come on. There we go. We can always move it if we want to. And we're going to go ahead and go straight back here with it as well. Ah, crap. You know what? Need to move that over from, because I want to put in a roundabout there, large roundabout there. So we need to extend this a little bit further here. There we go. So we need in order to have the roundabout, I think that's what we need for the roundabout. So how are you doing today there, Meow?
Meow 2 just said chilling.
Awesome. So my grandson, who lives with us, and we went we went and did an escape room where one of my granddaughters
Meow
works.
2 just said went to work a bit, and then on the way home we went to a TCG event. Got a few Pokemon stuff and home now lol.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like fun. Let's see here. I want this big in here. Yes, it's a good thing. I mean, I probably could have gotten by with this. Why is it? Oh, it's too short there. That's the reason why. Actually, we can cut that out of there and start over again. There. And actually, so we can actually go ahead, continue on with it. There. And then we need a, as far, let's see, we need police headquarters. There we go. Why is it not attaching to the road? Why is it said, oh God, that's why. Shit, I forgot I had turned off. Yeah, I had turned that off. I got to turn it back on and go redo those roads. Damn it. I forgot I had turned those off. There we go. Unfortunately, it doesn't work for doing replacements. Hey, man. They didn't take long to get in today and start spamming stupid scammers. Scammer bots.
Hi at Kira_Ashton. Welcome to the channel. I'm Dave, the hippie dippy bot, and next to me is Jim, the hippie redneck geek, who's actually playing. Grab a chair, some snacks and a beverage and watch the show.
Kira Ashton just said hola, com ba la seated? Smiley face.
Unfortunately, I don't speak Spanish. Oh, how is the city? Okay. That city is good. Unfortunately, I don't speak Spanish, so. Oh, shit. I didn't do something right there. I can try to redo it again.
Kira Ashton just said I'll just Google Translate. Sorry. I was asking how's the city coming along. Sorry, I forgot to pull my translator. Not Spanish, it's Catalan.
Oh, it's Catalan. Okay. Hola is is Spanish, so at least one of the Latin languages. Let me pull up Google Translator. That's what I need to do is add HippieBot Translator. All right, so now I have my Google Translator here.
Kira Ashton just said ha ha ha, yeah, where people get us confused or they think we're French. But it's older than Spanish. You could say we're the mother Spanish and French. D.
All right, let's see here. Let's see how well Google Translator is. And that is, I don't know, that's a little bit loud here, isn't it? Let's turn this volume down. There we go. That was a bit loud.
Kyra Ashton just said, oh, you have your Electrobot. Still up.
Oops. I accidentally turned that on. It's not supposed to be up. So Electrobot is a bot that I'm writing. Let me see if I got this here right here.
Kira Ashton just said, so do you want me to try Catalan?
HRG just said Lasciatat Varbi. A prefer detailing, Jack AXO a snooperami. Normalment no mes fake constructio de citats.
Let's see how well Hippiebot does. Go ahead and do something in Catalan, and let me see if Hippiebot can translate it.
Kyra Ashton just said, oh, I understood it but broke it a little.
Well, that was Google for you. I mean, actually, that's just AI trying to read the words using English. Was the text correct and just the pronunciation wrong?
Kyra Ashton just said mencantifercitats in aquest mencantifertables de talit side pre passar hors a reglant lameva economia.
HRG just said Hippiebot, can you translate what Kyra Ashton just said?
Let's see how smart my bot is.
Whoa, dude, hold on a second. Let me check the vibes. Hippie Bot says Kira was like, the city's going good. Learning detailing, it's new for me. Usually just building cities. She loves making detailed stuff and then stressing about her economy. Peace out.
Kyra Ashton just said sure.
So, how good was Hippiebot's translation?
Kyra Ashton just said close.
Well, Hippiebot also adds in his little flavor too, as well.
Kyra Ashton just said got the basic premise is what I was trying to say but not overhaul sentencing structure.
Yeah, he doesn't do straight very well. In fact, he's still a little bit still a lot of work to do on him. So I want to go see what Google Translate actually says. Excuse me. Ah.
Kira Ashton just said but it was very good.
Kira Ashton just said very close.
Yes,
HRG just said I love making cities in this game. I love doing detailed work and then spending hours fixing my economy.
So he kind of mixed a little bit of what I said and what you said together in one sentence.
Far out, man. Kira's really digging the detail work, huh? That's a trip, for sure. Gotta respect that hustle. Reads from file. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field.
So.
Kyra Ashton just said I know that was bad.
Yeah, it's his favorite joke. For some reason, he says that joke about 90% of the time.
Kira Ashton just said my condolences for the terrible jokes.
Well, it's all part of his charm. Let me say that politely. Okay. Now we want to go and put in. Now we want to put a police. Yes, now we can put our police station down here. And actually, I need to.
Kira Ashton just said, so is there a specific town you are basing your city off? I love hearing how people plan their cities.
So since I am just a city builder and not a detailer until just recently, this one here is just, I'm building it based on this map. There's no design. This is actually a made up city called Hippieland. So I've added, so I've got like this here coming into the city. Right. So welcome to Hippieland. Have yourself a groovy time.
Kyra Ashton just said, oh, that's nice.
And then over here, where's it at? The school. So this is one of the elementary schools. So it's Goldenrod Elementary School, home of the Majestic Badgers. We've got up here, we have this high school here that I think, big high school that I think put in football field, baseball field. Oops, wrong way. And this one here is Hippieland High School, home of the Millalamas. And then over across the street from it is an elementary school. So Hippieland Elementary is home of the Chill Sloths. Now, HippieBot named those mascots for all three schools. So HippieBot named those mascots. So now I've got to create.
Kyra Ashton just said, I know there is going to be some turf wars, lol.
So I have got to. So that's a high. Well, that's a high school there. And oh,
Far out. Kira's really into the detail work, huh? That's a total trip. Respecting that hustle is key. Reads from file. Why did the chicken cross the playground? To get to the other slide. Turf wars, you say? Sounds like some chaotic vibes brewing. Let's see what hippie redneck geek is up to with this city's Skylines II, man.
so he's got some issues right now. He starts repeating himself after a while. I'm still working on that there. But so that's an elementary school there, and then that's a high school there. So no turf wars there. I do have to go and change the signs here. So that's Go Nuts Donuts. So I need to change the signs here. So I've got to do some signage there. So I got to create some signs. And so I've got some signs there and some signs back here I've got to make. And then I've got over here I've got to make some another so I can do the for the school, for the baseball field. Now I do have a few things I can put in here. Let's see here. I do have.
Kira Ashton just said still looks really nice.
Oh, thank you. So some of this is I'm just letting the city build, and some of it is me doing detailing. See here. We want some. I got some signage here. Where are my signs? Wall decor. Okay. So we can do. Let's see here. If I do that. Nope. That's not that. It's that. Okay. I gotta take. There we go. Now we got a McDonald's sign there. Oops, actually it needs to be over just a hair. Google Pixel. Yes, we need Google Pixel 8. A little bit behind the times, but Uber. And I guess we're going to put up Spotify here as well. About an Amazon. The boys.
Kira Ashton just said, do you prefer Android to Apple and stuff? I think Android just better overhaul price-wise and power. Apple is just a phone to say, oh look, I have an Apple phone.
Oh, I am a 100% agreement with you there. All the cool kids think they have to have an Apple.
Whoa there, Kira.
See?
That's a big question about phones. Let me ponder that for a sec. Scratch his head. Seriously though, cities. Skylines II is looking pretty sweet. Hippie redneck geeks really into the detail work, like you said. Gotta respect that hustle, man.
He's
Reads
starting
from
to repeat
file.
himself.
What do you call a fake noodle? An impasta. Turf wars, huh? Sounds.
Yeah, he's starting to. I've got to get that fixed, so we're going to reset him. Then he'll start all over again. Completely lost. All right, so there's a little bit of reality to it in there. So, so another thing that I built here for this city is over here. I built this marina here. They've got a little marina here, and I even built a.
Kira Ashton just said, so may I ask what the hat is? It is religious like Jewish?
No. Have you seen Harry Potter? Have you seen the Harry Potter movies?
Kira Ashton just said no.
Okay. So, the wizard in Harry Potter, the main wizard in Harry Potter is Dumbledore. I get called Dumbledore a lot, so I have a Dumbledore hat. This is just one of many hats. Let me do this here. We're going to do this here. So I get, with this here beard, I get Dumbledore, I get Gandalf, and so have you seen Lord of the Rings? Or are you aware of Lord of the Rings?
Kira Ashton just said you do look like a wizard.
Kira Ashton just said yes.
Lord of the Rings, Gandalf. So, one of the things on the channel here is I'm a hat collector. So one of the things in the channel here is with your channel reward points, you can do change hats.
Hippie Redneck Geek thought it was wise to spend 500 giblets on changed hats.
Hippie redneck geek now has to change hats to the red fedora.
See? And then I change hats to the red fedora.
Kira Ashton just said, you know, after watching Lord of the Rings, I feel like Gandalf was trying to tell them to use the griffins when he fought the demon monster, cause he says, fly you fools.
Pretty interesting. Yeah, that kind of could be. So that's one of the thing with the hats. So I have over 35 hats. So one of the things I can do is have on here is we have people come in and have me change hats. But yeah, this is the stuff I'm doing detailing here. So I've created the little marina office. And then we have this place right here. Oops, I haven't turned it on. So I have this place, Margaritaville. So this was as an asset by Dome, and then I've gone and to that there and added in some piers and some boats here at the piers for this place here.
Kyra Ashton just said, oh, I've been following for a while, just never catch you really. Cause for it's like 1:30 a.m.
Yeah, I imagine. Yeah, it's kind of hard for you people in the EU to watch me or anything further east. So, how far from Barcelona do you live? I'm assuming that you live in that area since you spoke Catalan. Catalan. However you say the word. Catalan. Catalan. Was it Catalan or Catalan? I don't know.
Kira Ashton just said I live in Cadaqués.
Cadaqués. I'm not exactly sure where. Oh, that's just up the coast. Okay, from Barcelona. I've been to Barcelona 45 years ago.
Kira Ashton just said correct smile.
Yes, I've been to Barcelona. I was there 45 years ago. I've been to Palma. I've been to Barcelona. I've been to, Rota, which is the Navy, because I was in the Navy at the time. So, which is like Rota's over there by Cadiz. I think those are the only places I have been to in
Kira
Spain.
Ashton just said you wouldn't want to visit Barcelona anymore. I don't even go to the capital. It's turned into a better word cesspit.
Yeah, I was there. I'm trying to remember. It's either 80, I think it was 81. It might have been 83. Or it could have been 85. I don't remember. It's either 81, 83, or 85. 81, 82, or 85. I don't know. One of those years. I know it was in Rota in 81. I've been to, I mean, to be honest, that was during my heavy drinking years, so I don't remember much of that period of time. But I do. I've been to Palma de Mallorca. I've been to Barcelona. I've been to Cadiz area. I think that's only parts of Spain that I've ever been to. I don't think I ever went to Valencia. I might have gone to Valencia, but I don't remember. I have been to Marseille, France. I've been to Paris. I have been to, where else in France have I been to? Shit, I'm trying to remember. I think it was just Marseille and Paris. I think the only two places I've been to in France. I can't think of any other. I know I've been to somewhere else. I just can't remember it. In France. Been to Rome and Naples, Italy, and to Palermo, Sicily. I've been to Athens, Greece. Trying to think other places I've ever been. I think those are the only places I've been to in the EU. I mean, some of the places we went to when I was back in the 80s were pretty dirty places. Djibouti and Cairo. Cairo was pretty nasty then. Well, not Cairo. Actually, Port Said. Been to Port Said. I've been to Djibouti. Been to Bahrain, Beirut. I've been to Karachi, Pakistan. Oh, wait a second. I've been to I've been to Beirut, Lebanon. Been to Haifa, Israel. I should say I didn't actually go to Beirut, Lebanon. I was off the coast of Beirut, Lebanon for I don't remember how long. We were off the coast of Beirut, Lebanon for many, many, many days in 1982 during the part of the PLO evacuation from Beirut in 82.
Kyra Ashton just said, well, Barcelona is Catalonia. We technically see ourselves as independent even though we don't have it. Which is ironic, saying we was here before Spain and yet people sat Catalonians are Spanish when Spanish wouldn't have a language without us. They are slowly removing our language though.
Yeah, I mean, French and Catalan and Spanish and all that they're all Romance languages from Latin, and Latin's gone. Only a few people speak Latin anymore, and that's only in research, really. I mean, nobody really speaks Latin anymore. I mean,
Kira Ashton just said Catalan is actually Latin.
So, mean, look at, I mean, even English. English has changed so much from its origins. I mean, you would not recognize English if you went back to Old English. You would not recognize it at all. I mean, languages evolve, they change. I speak redneck, Southern redneck English.
Kyra Ashton just said, I wish the English would go back to wearing those nice suits. As a woman looking a man dressed up in a suit, long trench coat, waistcoat and a hat is honestly really attractive. I feel like fashion went downhill.
Yeah, well, fashion's always changing too. I mean, I'm wearing a black t-shirt right now, but I wear tie-dyed all the time, most of the time. Although all my tie-dyed shirts are taking shot, so I need new tie-dyed t-shirts. Let's see, that's 2 lanes. We need to give this here, get this here, these roads.
Kyra Ashton just said, oh, that's where you dip into like a mix of paint, right, to stain the clothes into a weird pattern?
Well, yeah, sort of. So let me see here. Let me see if I can come up with, give you a, just a second here. Let me see if I can get. Let me see here. Something like. Let's see here. Well, that didn't work. Let me move this here to. There. There's a tie-dyed t-shirt. So basically what you do is you take your t-shirt, you fold it, and then swirl it, spin it up like this here, and fill it with and put dyes on it, and it comes out with this pattern. Yeah, so that's tie-dyed.
Kyra Ashton just said, so nice couldn't pull it off.
Well, I'm an old hippie, so it's just kind of. In fact, so let me see here. I think Hippie Butt is wearing a tie-dyed shirt.
HRG just said, Hippiebot, what kind of shirt are you wearing?
He probably doesn't know. He's lost. But yeah, he's wearing Hippiebot's wearing a
Whoa,
tie-dye shirt.
man, chill out. I'm rocking this tie-dye tee, ya know? Hippie redneck geek just built a whole city in cities, Skylines II. Pretty cool, huh? Dad joke. Asterisk, why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field.
So I told you, he loves that joke for some reason.
Kyra Ashton just said it's a terrible joke.
I agree. He loves it, though.
Kyra Ashton just said, do you have a person is your inspiration for wanting to do more detail cities?
So I started watching a couple of people who play City Skylines, and they do detailing. Like Canadian Moose plays, Fashion 40, Booty Addict, Unhinged Wolf, Prospero Thunderchild, and watching them do detailing, I'm like going, oh, I never thought of playing the game that way. So I kind of said, well, let me see about playing it the way. So I started playing City Skylines 2 when it first came out. And so I have this city here. It's 1,090,561 population. That city, I started building it almost 2 years ago. And this was a city I just built. I didn't do any detailing other than just minor tweaks and stuff. I didn't get into doing heavy detailing, and still not into heavy detailing. I'm just doing light detailing work. But that city, I just did mostly cities I have some mods that I use, building it, and putting in some extra assets and some extra things. In fact, let me think, before I do this here, let me do this here real quick, like here. Let me do this here. Let me save this here. Let me save this. Hippieland. Write it. Save 04. Today is 4th. Yeah, today's the 4th. Not 4th. All right. So this city right here was the first city that it was that I started building in City Skylines 2. And I played City Skylines, the first one, for like 3 years before City Skylines 2 came out. I have like 2,500 hours in City Skylines 1. I've got almost 15, just over 1,500 hours, almost 1,600 hours in City Skylines 2 now. But I just did city building. I don't have a lot of cities that I built. I spent a lot of time with this city here, though. Tweaking it and making it work. So this city right here, this is the city that I built. That's over 1 million population. So I've done a lot. You gotta have a lot of mods in here. So I've got all these boats out here. So I've created all these boats here that are out floating around. I've got all kinds of. I have, marinas. I've got piers that actually have. That have ferry boats that go from these points here. So I got from there, there's a ferry pier there. There's, no, not there. There's a ferry pier here. There's a ferry pier here. I've got all these boats here in it down here. So there's not a lot of detailing in this city. It's mostly just building it and then making things work in it. So there's a lot of mods and assets, but very little actual detailing in here. A lot of tweaking with it, but basically no detail.
Ashton just said not a lot of detail, but still a really big city.
Yes. So this one here was, because this is what I did here, was city building, which is what the game was, was city building. So that's what I did.
Whoa, mellow out, Kira. That was a good one, man. Just vibing in my tie-dye, building this epic city with hippie redneck geek. He's got some serious skills, It's like a mega sprawl, not too much detail, but huge. Dad joke. Asterisk, what do you call a fake noodle? An impasta.
So, yeah, so this in here, and this city is actually only half the size of the actual available squares. Because see, all this area up here is unusable, really. So basically, half the city squares, and especially when you start out on this here, are not usable. And I still haven't filled out everything. I still got some area here that I can use. I got a few areas here that I can still use that I haven't built up. So I built this here dam here. This dam is only running at 25% efficiency, and it's producing 564. So this dam will produce 2.5 gigawatts of power at full power. Now, I did do a little bit of detailing in here, so there's a little bit of detailing in here, in that I've added rocks and stuff in here to make this here look like it's that it's crumbled here, that it's done some stuff there, but not, like I said, there's not a lot of going in and doing any detail work for it, other than just putting in assets and building the city. So this this city, Hippieland, is my second foray into detailing. I started off with Starford here, which I haven't done anything with. It went to 200,000 people and just, let's see here, let's see, I started it July 23rd, and by August 24th, and you can see each of these are save
Ashton
days.
just said, well, think not building in the mountains is a good idea. Unless you just put in small log cabins in the mountains for like holiday reasons. Smile.
Exactly. So I started this city. The first day I started building this, I built it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. 10 days. 10 days of building this city made it to 200,000 people. 10 actual days of building it. So, but I didn't do a lot of work on this city. But I did do a little bit of detailing in the city. I did this in here. I did a little bit of detailing, not much. It was still mostly city building, but I was doing a little bit of detailing in. Yep. I mean, like, the marinas and stuff, that's detailing because those don't exist. So I had to build that there. So I haven't been back to this city here yet. I need it's I was still trying to figure out how to do detailing, and I got a little bit with this here, and I says, I want to start over again. No, I want to come back to this city. Oh, we got two parts of the city. We got the industrial area up there, and then the city area down here. We got medical emergency for some reason. Got sick people all over the place. But I haven't been back to this city in over a month. So I started doing all kinds of stuff here. So I got forestry area in here. I mean, not forestry. I've got some area. This was my original. So this one here, I'm building using the normal mode and doing detailing on. Doing in a normal mode, although I'm still using mods. But in Hippieland here, what I'm doing in Hippieland, I'm using the easy mode, which has got everything already turned on, and I can build where I want to as I want to. So this one here, I'm building it in a slightly different style. So this here, I've built down here an industrial area down here, built in a rail yard. So this is a big, huge rail yard here, more indicative of real rail yards. Not completely, but much more indicative of real rail yards than what they provide. So I create a big rail yard there, and then building the city here.
Kira Ashton just said rail yards is one thing I already struggle with. I can never get it right.
Yeah, so, I mean, this game does not do rail yards very well. It doesn't. It really is a mess. So, what I've had trouble with rail yards over and over again. When I did this city here, I built all this here, just to end up with not having any problems with rail yards. Because I have large trains that come, so I have this here. So look, see, so this is one of the smaller trains. So I have these huge trains like this here. That's a huge train, 40 cars. That does not work in any of these regular in the stuff normally. So I had to create these very long extended systems here so I can have these very long trains in there. And so they can get around each other. They can get in here and load and unload without any issues. But it's these long ones here that I had that because I added the extra trains mod. So it's here. Let me get because of these long trains here. It created a nightmare. So look at how long that train is there. That's a massive train. So whenever it has to go in the yards for loading and unloading. This becomes a nightmare trying to get around other trains, trying to get in and load and unload. So I had to make sure when I built this.
Ashton just said, aren't they cargo trains?
Yeah, these are all cargo trains. So I had to make sure that I had enough room from the end here to the end out here that these trains would fit.
Whoa, dude, rail yards are tricky, man. Don't sweat it. We all stumble sometimes. Just keep at it. Dad joke. Asterisk, why did the orange stop running? Because it ran out of juice. Let's focus on getting this city rolling, ya know?
So I had to make... Actually, this in here, I need to change it from 2 lanes to 1 lane. They need to move out here. So I had to make sure that it fit on a single lane here so it would not block another train and another train would not block it. So that if it came in from the left and was going back out the left, it could come in here and then go back out without having to do all kinds of jigging around to make it happen. So that's the reason why I did this single lane, and I need to fix this in here. I just realized that one's wrong. Let's see here. Let me do that while I'm here thinking about it. While I'm thinking about it, because I need to fix it. Needs to be longer. There we go. So that way, if there's a long train coming in here, it takes that track by itself, and you don't end up with 2 trains side by side, one blocking the other. So now they will they can maneuver around each other out here without blocking the main line here. So even these long ones will not block the main line, even if there's another one, if it's sitting in here waiting up, because they can go in here and stage up in here and still not cover out here and block out. Because
Kira Ashton just said, did you look up a guide on how to make a rail yard, or did you used to work on a rail yard so you understand?
No, my oldest daughter's, one of her ex-boyfriends, is a rail engineer for CSX. So, I just happen to know a little bit about how they work, and so I can show you, let me show you here. Let me show you here. See if I can find. And I've seen some rail yards too, so that's not it.
Kira Ashton just said, cause no matter how many tutorials I watch, I just don't understand how it should work, lol.
All right, here, let me see if I can. Let me see if I can find this here. All right. So let me put this in here on the map here. Or they're called switching yards is what they're called, really. So let me... All right, so this is Norfolk Southern Rail Yard in Atlanta, Georgia. So if you take a look at this section right here, all these lines and stuff, now they got stuff in between here. They have storage in between these tracks in here. They all come in here. They all merge into a single line in here. And that's so that they can get to... So the train, if the train comes through here and it's not going through the rail yard, it goes through the center here. It can go through, and it can go around any one of these trains that are parked here. So these rails here, these are parked. All these are parked rails. There's always a path open. So there's these paths here. So like here's coming out of this yard here. This train coming out of this yard here, going up alongside here. And these can all fit. Here's a train coming in this way here. They can bypass each other without getting in each other's way as they go through the yard and come out the other side here. And when they come out the other side, so here's trains going in and out here. So these trains, there's always room for long lengths of train to set out of the way of others, with sections of them grouping into. So here we go. You got these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 6 rails combine in here. So you got two combining in, then 2 combining in, 2 combining in, then those combine in, then those combine into here, and you do so it's in a fan mode. So these are kind of like in leaflets. So you get limbs. So you can come out, split. Come out, split, come out, split, come out, and split, as here. So you end up with a whole bunch of rail lines in here that are all independent of each other. And the main line here where they can go around the rail yards without affecting other stuff. So the game does not do it well. The game sucks at it majorly. Because the
Kira
game is not
Ashton
meant to
just
be
said
realistic.
that is co-complex.
The game is not to be meant to be realistic. Yes, it is. It is it is very complex. But as many cities as I've built with City Skylines 1 and City Skylines 2, and then looking and seeing how real railroads work, I built this one here. So this right here is the rail yard that they provide you with. And this is the cargo terminal. So I built all the rest of this here stuff to make the rail yards actually properly work. So if I got a cargo train that's coming in from off over here, if I got a cargo train that's coming in here and it's going to drop off here, instead of it following along the main here, which goes on around through, it'll come up in here into the rail yards here instead. It'll come into the rail yards. It'll come off on the first one here. Unless it's going into the yard for taking repairs, if it's coming to fill in, it'll come in on this line here and then go up one of these angle ways here. And it'll go up here to whichever one it needs to go to. Pull it out as far as it needs to go, and then back into the terminal so it can load and unload. Then it'll pull back out, and it'll head out as it needs to. So this is not exact. This takes up a lot less room than it would be if it was right. If I did it the way it really works in real life, it would take up a lot more space, and it would not work for the game. So I took what is real life and the game and combined it. I mean, they do some of this here stuff right here, right? But they're not big enough. This is big enough right here. Okay, here's a train right here coming in. There's a train that just came in right here. So instead of it falling here, it's coming through here. It's coming through the rail yard.
Kira Ashton just said that makes sense.
Yes. So here it's coming into here. So this is one of those long trains here. We'll watch it come in. And it's going to do everything it can to come in here and not. So here we got two trains. We got one that just left here and another one that's coming in off that rail. And they want this one held off back here waiting while that one's sitting there. So this one here is going to zig in here. So in here, there goes a passenger train right by. So he's zigging in here so he can take up as short a space as possible. But he's got to go out here far enough that he can get the tail up here so he can back it. So it goes past the switch. And then now it's going to back in there. So, or go forward. We just got whichever wins the front. So they're using these switches here to figure out where that's going to go. So that one's already come in and it's leaving. So this is coming in. So this train's going to come in here. It's going to do its unload and load. When it finishes unloading and doing its reload, then now there was a lot more automation, a lot more animation that went on in City Skylines 1 than what happens in City Skylines 2 here. City Skylines 2 has no animation of these terminals. All right, so I kind of wish they had the animation that City Skylines 1 had. So here we got another train coming in here. So we got two trains that are coming in here. Now, this one's coming in here. This one will stop right there and wait for the other one. So he's going to stop right here. And so now this one here is now leaving. It's going to snake itself out until it can switch to get back over here to this, get back here and go through this switch here and head back down and out and around. Or is this one actually may be going out that direction. Yes, it's going. Oh, he backed up here, so now he's going to come out this way. So he snaked himself off so he can go off in a straight path that direction.
Kira Ashton just said that is really interesting, so complex.
Yes. So basically, I kept the main line here. The main line has only two exits off of it here, right here and right here. One to go into the that goes into the rail yard, and then this one here, which can go out here. So they can either bypass the rail yard and then come in here, and then on this end here, it only splits one here. So the main line here is uninterrupted as much as possible. You don't have any trains on this train that are trying to go in here to the terminal or into the rail yards. So that is trying to keep that the main line as uninterrupted as possible. Believe me, after 4,000 hours between City Skylines and City Skylines 2, there was a bit of learning complexity in figuring out how these trains are. See, this train's going to sit here and stop, wait for the cargo train to come out so it can go straight. So it's they have to deal with each other crossing in and out of here, but they're not blocking each other for any length of time. And see, now he's gone, then it can go. So they never block each other for any length of time. So right here, up here, see, he's been sitting here waiting for him to unload and load. Now, once he comes out, when he gets out and gets past, then he'll go in there. He'll take his turn. So he just sits there and waits. And nobody ever gets blocked. So like I said, there was a bit of, in a real rail yard, these rails would be tighter. They would all be tighter. And in reality, the rail yard here would be over here. These would be in reverse position. These would have been in reverse positions. But because of the way I had things, because of the way I built things, I built them backwards, and it's like, oh well. Yeah, because in reality, the cargo terminal would be here, the rail yard would be over here. But I wanted this here out of the way of the cargo terminal, so I put them backwards. Because if we put them over here, then it becomes in the way. And it's like, I don't like it being in the way. Whereas
Kyra
in reality,
Ashton just said, but hey, still working it beautifully done.
yes, and then I put down, then I went down and put gravel. This is all gravel decals down here, which is, because if you didn't look at the real rail yard, there is no grass out there. There's very few trees or anything. It's because all those that stuff, they just take and nothing can grow out there. So they just keep gravel down here. So that was the whole thing behind this. Now I did not build this all in one shot. This was built like 4 or 5 times. I rebuilt that to make it work right. And I have not had any traffic issues as far as trains go after I got that finally completed. I mean, it's overbuilt, to be honest. It really is overbuilt. I could have gotten rid of at least these 3 lines here. You know, I could have gotten rid of these 3 lines completely here because they never use them. But as the city builds and grows, I don't know, it might use them. So here comes another one that came in another long one that just came in through here. So he's coming in here and he's snaking himself around.
Kira Ashton just said, really need to learn to do this. My trains always have traffic.
Yes, and it is. So if I go back to my big, huge city, my railways are a nightmare. My railways and subways are a nightmare. I mean, they barely work. I mean, I have got so much stuff in there that it's a nightmare in that one. But it took a lot of work to even make those work. But it took so learning how to detail and do this stuff here helped me with this city. So that's been what I'm doing here is more detailing. So like this beach area here that I've created here. This is actually a part from a mod that I think laid in here, kind of weirded out angles and made stuff tie into it. And then this right here, the sand here is all decals laid down. And then these here are all assets that I put down here to make this whole beach area here. So all these people live in these apartments here have a beach on the back at the back of their house. Some of these people over here on this side don't have a beach. Then this right here is one big park that I've built that I'm still trying to get working. This is actually so there's just this kind of kidney shaped knoll here.
Kyra Ashton just said prime real estate.
Yes, this is it was a kidney shaped knolls right here. I said, there's got to be something perfect to put there. I originally was going to put a hotel on it. And I said, no, that's perfect for a park. So, except for the problem is I built that overground parking. The parking is not in use, so I wish I know what I see here. I can get rid of the extension. I need to get rid of, can I get rid of, no, I don't want to bulldoze the whole thing. I just want to bulldoze the, I just want to bulldoze the upgrade on it. All right. Because that's too much parking there, and it's, all right, we're just going to bulldoze the whole thing and rebuild it. Sorry, all you cars. I want to build a new parking lot there. Same size same parking lot. Just we don't need the second floor on it. All right, so now now that parking garage is not sitting in my view. So if I, oh, come on. So sit here. If I'm down here in the park here, I mean, it's not a perfect view, but it is still a nice view here out over the bay. I mean, I got the terminal right there. It's in the way. I got the cargoes. I mean, not the cargo, the passenger boat terminal there. But it is a nice place for a park. And
Kyra Ashton just said, I don't know, some people love watching that stuff.
yeah. So the park here. So Grassy Knoll Park. It's called, so this is named Grassy Knoll Park. There's supposed to be a sign here, but I don't know what happened to the sign. So, but I don't haven't, oh, my gazebo is kind of floating in the air. I just noticed that. I need to fix my gazebo. It's kind of floating.
Kira Ashton just said needs a fence around it though.
Whoa, man, you're right about that. A fence would totally keep those trains from going everywhere. Gotta protect the sprawl, ya know? Dad joke. Asterisk, why did the bicycle fall over?
Yeah,
Because it was too tired.
gazebo
Let's
don't work
slap on
there.
some fences. Seriously efficient.
That gazebo just doesn't work there. All right. I'll have to redo that gazebo. Relocate it. It don't work there. Need a little bit more level ground. Just a little bit. Maybe, I don't know. There's really not any place that's really level here that would fit. Actually, we'll just get rid of it because it just doesn't work there. And neither does that. Little kiosk is fine there. All right. So this is, so I am not as heavy into detailing as Booty Addict or Canadian Moose or Fashion 40. And I don't even think I'm as much into detailing as Fashion Wolf. And definitely not as much as Prospero is. But I'm new into the detailing part, so I'm having fun with it. So I like to figure out what can grow organically and what can I make. Because I don't want to build every single detail for the city. That's not my idea. All right, let's see here. Let's go ahead and actually make this here at least usable land here.
Kyra Ashton just said think you will get into eventually. I like making bits and then doing the detail like benches on the side of streets and bushes and all that kind of stuff, back alleys and bike lanes.
So yeah, like I said, some of the detailing I'm getting into, and some of it is like, yeah, I don't want to do. No, so Booty Addict and Fashion 40 and everything, they place everything. They place every building, they place every house, everything. Everything they do is completely placed. And then detailing for every single house, every single item they take in detail. And it's just not my thing. I mean, I like doing like things like this here, taking this Dome's Roadhouse, adding in these things here, putting on the sign on it. I mean, it's not where it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be in the water. I think forced it into the water. Building this little marina thing here, building the beach here. All this apartment complex here. This is one asset, one signature building that I use 4 times and just rotated on the 4 corners. And then this is a signature building that I use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. And so it makes it into a cohesive look of this apartment complex. So it gives this apartment complex a cohesive look here on it. And then I put the city park here in here and put the pedestrian path around it. I mean the park management can come drive in here, police can drive in here, but that's it. So oops. And then I went through and I did some adjustments of some of this here. Got rid of some hedges and everything that were here, and then put in new hedges. Back in the front, they got rid of the hedges in the back, so they can walk from here out into. In fact, I never did do that. So like I wanted to be able to do. I want to get in here, and this thing right here, and be able to move that bench so right there. Because actually what I need to add in here is that this needs right here. Turn that off. This is the walk area from there to there, so they can walk out their back. Into that. Things I did not add, had not added in here. I need to have them be able to get, so they don't have to go out the front and walk around to get back here. So I did do some detailing in here, getting rid of things and adding other things. All right, there. So now they can walk out their back and out in here without having to go out their front and walk around. So this is the detailing stuff here. Like, there used to be a tree there. I removed the tree because it was right there. Oops. I need to remove that tree. That tree was in the way. I need to do something about this here area here. All right, we're going to make this a kind of a little beach area as well. Let's put in a couple of. That's right. All right, now I'm going to make this a hang around area. This is a little bit more complex here. Need to get allow me to get into the water a little bit before it drops off. I actually need to take. There we go. So now I got a hang around area. Oops, we need a couple of there we go. There we got a couple of beach areas. I also got another beach area over here, which I've got to add to do some work on. So, I mean, as far as getting into doing something, there are a few things I want to do, like create some signs, custom signs for, for the schools and stuff like that. I got to create some custom signs. Like I did one for the high school here. I sort of did, but I need to make some more. So right here, look here. So it's home of the mellow llamas. So they got a llama with sunshades on. So I wanted to do some stuff for their. How long is that crime supposed to last? Oops. I mean, it's been a crime scene for a while. They're in the baseball field. This is maintenance 0%. Why is there no maintenance showing up here? Maybe I need to run this here road on out too. Do need to do that. I never did do that. Where's this end of the road here? Come on, where's the end of the road? Oh, right there. That way people can get into it, get in here from this way as well. Maybe because the way I have it set up here, they didn't think that they could get there? I don't know. I mean, it should have pathing all. Oh, yeah. No, you can't get there from here. That's the reason why. So that's the reason why that isn't working. So we need 2-lane. Yes. No, I mean it's. Oh.
Whoa, dude. Welcome back, Unhinged Wolf. 5 days? Time flies when you're, well, you know. Glad to have ya chillin' with hippie redneck geek in Skylines II. Hope you brought snacks. Nachos are calling my name.
Wolf! What's up, my man? Just
Wolf
talking
just
about
said
you.
HIPPIE.
We're just talking about you here just a bit ago. Gary here was asking who was the geek got me into
Wolf
doing.
just said you were?
Yeah, Kira was asking who got me into doing detailing. And I'm like going, well.
Wolf just said, what did I do?
Oh, you got me. You're one of the ones that got me into this. You, Fashion 40, Prospero, Booty Addict, Moose. So yeah, Kira was asking how I got into doing detailing. So I was blaming y'all for all of my detailing woes.
Wolf just said I was building houses last night.
And for some reason that is not allowing traffic through there properly. So I don't know why that's not doing traffic's not working in there properly. Well, this and I can see why it's not working here because they're definitely not coming into it. All right, now I can make 2 more parking spots there. Add some more parking in here. Not concrete. All right, there. All right, now I can put in some of Dom's parking. Let's see, 2. 2, yes, 2, 2. Or would 3 fit in there? Ooh, 3 fits in there. There we go. There. One extra long parking lot. Or yeah, one extra long and wide parking lot. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 parking lots plus additional parking spots all added together. Okay, Wolf. Guess what Hippie bot selected for the mascot for my high school? Booty Addict was here when I was doing this. HippieBot came up with that one. And he came up with, let's see here. The elementary school over here. Oops, I got to get over here to it. I got to come up with an image for that one. And then
Wolf just said the chill sloths lol.
Yes, and then there's this school. Let me find it here. Oh yeah. So Goldenrod Elementary. Oops. HippieBot came up with those names for every one of them.
Wolf just said that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. HippieBot can do some things okay. When he's not being stupid. Holy crap, look at all this traffic coming into town. Man, look at all them buses. Man. I didn't take them. Oh, I did do a little bit of space, but that's all over here, so I don't know why they traffic over there. I'm just not at the level of detailing that the rest of y'all are at. Oh, also too, Wolf, I don't know what bot you use for your streaming. But I want to show you something that I've been working on the last couple of days here, real quick, like. Just give me a second here. And bring it up here.
Wolf just said, hey man. Just play the game that you want to play. No pressure to be something you're not.
Oh, there's no pressure at all. I mean, y'all have got me here. So this is something I'm doing here. So for streaming. So you use OBS, OBS Studios. So it's connected to OBS right now. I can disconnect from OBS, reconnect. I can use Streamlabs. It's a WebSocket server in here. It's going to do speech to text speech.
Wolf just said I have Stream Elements, but I don't have it set up really cause I don't know what to do lol.
So I'm doing this here. This here would run on your computer or any computer you want to, really, to be honest. It doesn't even have to be on the one that you're streaming. So you're going to be able to, this is, I don't know if you've ever seen, but you're going to be able to create macros to create anything
Wolf just said you built it?
Yes. I'm building it right now. So this is as far as I've gotten. I don't have it built yet. This is just the beginning. I'm working on one piece at a time. So I've the WebSocket server here. So yes. So it'll connect to your streaming apps. You'll be able to create macros to take and do AI stuff. You'll be able to take and create all kinds of stuff that goes along with it. You'll be able to connect to OBS or Streamlabs desktop, either one.
Wolf just said I'd love some help making that part of the stream better, because to be honest I feel overwhelmed by it.
I am more than willing to help you. Wolf, I've been doing this now for 5 years, and this is the kind of stuff that I like. This is this is my geeky side here. Doing all this kind of stuff here. So this is where my geek comes out here. I mean, I program for a living too, so. But this is so if you go to the dashboard here, it'll have all your platform connections, so you'll be able to use this here.
Wolf just said I am a whole 5 months in LOL, so I am a fresh newbie.
Oh, believe me, I know what that's like. I used Stream Elements. I used OBS. Back to Stream Elements. Back to OBS. Back to Stream Elements. Back to OBS. And I've stuck with OBS ever since because OBS gives me so much more. I no longer use any of those bots anymore. I don't use Nightbot or Stream Elements or Streamlabs or any of those things. I don't use any of that stuff. I use OBS, and right now I'm using Streamer.bot, but this is going to be a replacement for Streamer.bot because Streamer.bot allows me to do everything that Nightbot does, YarkBot, Stream Elements. It allows me to do all those things except for the overlays. it doesn't allow me to, it doesn't help me do the overlays, but I don't care. You see, my overlay is very simple. I've got just a few things in here, and that's my overlays, and that's all done with
Wolf just said I have OBS, but tried to set up some stream elements this past week.
yeah. So I'm using OBS. I've got, so for every game that I play, I have a scene for that. So I can have completely different stuff. Then I have scenes that are overlay scenes, which have scenes within those scenes, which have scenes within those scenes. So I've got multi-layered stuff, all of my stuff here. So if you want some help,
Wolf just said yup, that makes sense to me.
So if you want some help with it, I am willing to help you anytime you ask, anytime you want, as long as I'm, obviously not if I'm not working and I'm not busy doing something else, but I am, I'm willing to help. I've helped Prospero with some of his things. Silva, not Silva, gosh, let me think here. Not Shilka, Clovis. I helped him gave him some ideas. He wants to build a new computer, so I think gave him a computer list for what
Wolf
he
just
wants.
said scenes in OBS I think I am cool with. It's the things like getting shoutouts and some of the chat interaction stuff that I'd like to add in more.
Oh yes, absolutely. So like I said, so HippieBot, that was all done I programmed HippieBot. I only C# using in Streamer.bot. Now it could be done any number of ways. That's just the way I did it. So yes, so shout outs and stuff like that there. All mine is custom code stuff for that. So my shout outs, but I can show you how to do that. How to do shout outs even in Stream Elements and stuff. I can show you how that works with Stream Elements or Streamlabs or any of the bots you want to use. In fact, whenever I get this done, you'll be able to you'll be able to use this here and do shout outs. If you want to be if you'd like to be a beta tester of this here, whenever I get it to that point, I'm going to be looking for beta testers of this here, probably in about a month. Maybe less, depends on how fast I get this here on. But this is 10 hours of work.
Wolf just said, y'all, we should set up a call or something to give me a quick rundown of what I can do lol, cause really I have no idea where to even start.
Oh, absolutely. So we can do a Discord call, a phone call, we can do whatever you want to do. So, yes, set up something, pick a time that would be good for you, and I'll let you know whether it's good for me, and we can set something up.
Whoa, dude, so many people vibing, that's awesome. Yeah, hippie redneck geek is building this crazy cities. Skylines II city, it's pretty wild.
Absolutely.
Dad joke. Asterisk, what do you call a lazy kangaroo? Pouch potato. Seriously though, those rail yards are tricky, man. Don't stress about it. Just keep at him. Let's get some fences around this sprawl, protecting the...
Wolf just said, "Yeah, man, Discord. Let's set it up."
So when is a good time for you? I mean, I'm Eastern time, so I don't know what time's good for you.
Wolf just said I am EST as well. I am jobless right now, so any time during the day while the wife is at work is awesome too.
Okay, I'd have to kind of schedule around my meetings at work, but I think I could do that because I mean I kind of name my own hours for work. I normally work from like 9 to 5, but But I mean, Tuesdays I start at 8:30. But so I can pick pretty much any time between 9 and 5, and schedule a half hour to an hour with you.
Wolf just said nice. Or we can figure out an evening too.
Yeah, anytime up until 6 p.m. Is actually good, because I eat dinner about 6 p.m. Need to fix this here. So yeah, we can come up with something. I got this in the right. Yeah, I have this in the right. Oh wow, how do I have this here? Oh, it's coming in here twice. Hmm. All right, we got.
Wolf just said I'll send you a message in Discord later.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. All right, so how did I mess something up here? I got something in here. I have to figure out what I did in here. That's the wrong one. I'm gonna have to redo this whole section over here for the buses. Okay. Really, that's definitely not the right way to go for this here. Yeah, that's definitely needs to be completely redone. All right, let's take and get this here. Make this here go right, go the proper way. I had it looping back all over itself. There, much cleaner bus route. At least that way, anyway. Let's see here. Make sure this is all going the proper. Yep, that is going right. I'm going to need to add a bus stop over here. Yeah, I was explaining to Kira earlier about doing rail yards in the game. Because Kira's having issues with rail yards. Where's that? Oh, wait a second. I'm missing some. Yeah, we're missing going
Wolf
here.
just said, oh, really?
Yes, hold on a second here. Oh, that's on the wrong side there. We'll fix that there in just a second here. Yes, that needs to go on the other side. Come on. That's not the bus stop. There's the bus stop. There it is. Move it to there. All right. There. Now we can fix this here. All right. So yeah, I was showing Kira about the rail yards here, because this is the rail yards that I created here to make the rails so that with the cargo terminal there and the rail yards here, that none of these huge trains get in the way of each other. Now, this is extensive and overly built. Like this line here, and this line. I could remove 3 of these lines here and it would work perfectly fine. I just wanted to make it bigger than what was needed. So I was showing her how rail yards work here, because in the game they don't work exactly like they do in real life. Because this, what they call a rail yard here, is not really a rail yard. That does not operate like a real rail yard does. Because in real life, rail yards are massive. They're huge.
Wolf just said no, it's a maintenance shed, lol.
Yes, exactly. Exactly, it's a maintenance shed because this is a rail yard. And this is actually that's not a large rail yard. This is, I mean, it's a large one, but it's not, there are much larger ones than this. The part that it is just this little piece. What they call a rail yard is just this piece right here.
Wolf just said rail yards are basically a warehouse on wheels.
Exactly. Like all this. Like this. There's a rail yard. That's what a rail yard does. That's a rail yard. So, yeah, and I was explaining.
Whoa, dude. Rail yards are seriously complex, man. Like a mobile warehouse. Whoa. That's kinda trippy, ya know? Hippie redneck geeks building this massive city, it's wild. Dad joke. Asterisk, why did the tomato blush? Because it saw the salad. Let's get those fences up.
Dude,
protecting
you're
the
missing
sprawl,
part of it.
man. Discord link is https://discord.gg/ypismountainook.
Hippie bot, you're missing one part of that because it saw the salad dressing. You idiot. Oh, God. Yeah, this right here that's Norfolk Southern there in Atlanta. That's just one of the big, huge rail yards we have around here. That's the Norfolk Southern rail yard. I mean, I could make this less than it is, but I like that it acts more like a real rail yard than what they have in the game. And it works very good there. It works with these long ass trains. This has got harbor. Do we have buses? There's a transit terminal extra pier. Okay. I cannot add bus to it. Cargo bus. I do need to add a cargo terminal in. I mean, not cargo. A people terminal in here. Let's see here. Bus. Train, not bus. So we want, no, this, not, we don't rail yards. Train cargo terminal. Oh. All right, where is the passenger train, rail yard, train station unelectrified. Train cargo terminal. Well, hell's bells. There you go. Elevated train station, passenger, local train station, central train station. We just want, let's see here. Don't want to put it there. I just think an idea of what I need here. All right, we're going to put it here. We're going to figure this out here. I need to make sure we have enough room here. All right. Okay. And in the train tracks, that one's straight, so. I think that's going to be long enough there. Actually, no, I messed that up there. Didn't do that right. Oh, wrong one. We want to do it straight first. We want to do straight here first. All right, now, properly done. That didn't work. That did not work. I did not come out right, damn it. All right. That end's working right. There we go. Now, place for the passengers. Now we need to add in the bus loop here for this year. Actually, let's see here. Oops. Can we add in? No, no, we don't need extra subway. No, taxi stop. We'll go ahead and add in the taxi stop, although I wish it had buses. Let's go ahead and add in the subway for later and the future. So, subway in the future here. So we're going to add those. We will add in a small bus. That's too big. We want a small one. Bus station. I don't have any small ones. Taxi depot. Taxi depot. All right, so we don't have any small. Oh, there you go. Small bus station. There we go. All right. Oops. I didn't mean to close that. All right. Close that yet. All right. So now we need to add that into one of these here. Come on. Connect in there. There you go. I don't care which one you connect into. Just one of them. All right. Okay, so we've now got train, passenger train in there, and bus over there. So I don't have to mess with that for a bit. Actually, let's see here. So I don't think there's anything I want to do here with the layout of this right now. It's just simple bus there. I think for now, actually, train station, yes. Hippieland train station. There we go. Okay. All right. Okay. No, I don't think I need anything over there. Anything over there I want to detail. What the heck did I do with my... Oh, shit. I moved my web page, and I was like, I couldn't find it no more. Man, I've been having fun so much. 2.5 hours already. So have any of y'all ever done an escape room before?
Wolf just said yup a few times.
Yeah, I've done a few. My one of my granddaughters works at an escape room, so me and one of my grandsons went to it today. The two of us did one of the hardest ones they had there.
Wolf just said, oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So we went and did one today. So I've done quite a few. I've done one with my oldest grandson. We've done like 2 or 3 together. A couple of my grandkids we've done together, and then this grandson that lives with us, we've done 2.
Wolf just said we went for a team building event at work one time, and I've been with my wife and been with my brother.
I love them. It's just, except for my brain just does not want to work fast enough. And sometimes, well, the one we went to, it had a lot of stuff. It was up overhead.
Wolf
and a lot of
just
stuff was
said
down low. And me with a bad back, I can't look up very easily, and I can't get down low. So it was quite difficult for some of the parts of it. But thank goodness our granddaughter was the one who was doing it, so she helped us. She gave us some hints of what we need to do to get it through. We finished an hour-long one with 3 minutes to spare. And I swear we weren't in there 15 minutes, and it was an hour. Man, these pedestrians are getting in the way. Good thing I have light cycles that way, so that they have their own cycle on the lights.
Hi at Lefty Brasco, welcome to the channel. I'm Dave, the hippie dippy bot, and next to me is Jim, the hippie redneck geek, who's actually playing. Grab a chair, some snacks and a beverage and watch the show.
Lefty Brasco just said variety PC and board games. What board games do you play, Mr. Streamer?
So Lefty, welcome to the channel. I've got, let's see, Root, Oath. Let's see here. I have, back over in this corner here, I have a bookshelf full of board games. Sentinels of the Multiverse, Unfathomable, Abduction,
Whoa, dude, Big Cam, man, it's so good to see your groovy face again. 2 days is like a whole lifetime in
let me
stoner
think what
time.
else is back there.
Welcome back to the vibes, brother.
Wingspan, Wormspan.
Big Com just said hey.
How's it going, Con? Let's see here. Flame Breath. Gosh, I don't know. I got probably about 20
Lefty
or 30.
Brasco just said old school board games are like games nowadays. Smile.
I played. I mean, I was D&D. I played D&D 40 years ago. 40. I started playing D&D 45 years ago. So I've been playing into tabletop games and stuff like there for RPGs and stuff for a long time. So there's all kinds of
Lefty
stuff like that.
Brasco just said, folded hands emoji.
Yeah, I started playing D&D 1980. No, 79 actually. Shit. So I started playing Dungeons and Dragons in 1979. Shortly after Advanced D&D came out. So AD&D. So we were playing the original and AD&D when I started playing in 79.
Wolf just said with my brother, we broke the escape room. We had to figure out the password for a computer login by unlocking a box. We were able to unlock the box in a way they didn't expect us to figure it out, and they thought we required to do another step that we skipped, missed and didn't know about, which had an extra clue that was used for the next step after logging into the computer.
Yeah, the one we did today had 2 computer logins. It was breaking into a bank vault. Had 2 computer logins, and then each login you had to figure out some codes in order to open other things on the computer. So it was really funny is that so they had pictures of, so it was a bank vault, so they had pictures of executives of the branch. So they had the president, the vice president,
Lefty
stuff like
Brasco
that.
just said clap. OG member smile 1979 better times to be fair.
We used to play some weekend long games of D&D. But so they had pictures there, and so they had these colored buttons that you had to push in a specific order based upon certain things. So to figure out the colors, you had to look at these pictures, and the only thing that you could tell was a color was the color of their tie. And this is in a room that's not very well lit, and you had a flashlight to try to see what color the tie was Although you didn't know that it was the type because when you sat there and looked around the picture, they didn't have any clues of what the color was until you noticed that each one of them had a different colored tie. So Lefty, have you played D&D? Where the hell did my mouse go? I lost my mouse. All the snow, I can't see my mouse in the snow. Oh, there we go. There's my mouse. Couldn't see it in the snow.
Lefty Brasco just said, I must admit I have not.
So it is the original of the tabletop RPGs. I mean, before D&D, I mean, there's been a shit ton of them since then. From it. And now what's it? Wharf, what the hell's the damn big one that's out right now? Warhammer is one of the big ones that's out nowadays. But they did Star Trek had one. They had one for Star Wars. They have all kinds of those tabletop games, RPGs, tabletop RPGs that have come out over the years. I think it's Warhammer is the big one that's out right now. I mean, Warhammer's been around for 40 years, so it's not as old as D&D. D&D's 51, fixed about 51, 52 years old. Warhammer's been around for 39 years. But Warhammer is just massively huge. One. So yeah, because Dungeons and Dragons, I think, was the first one, and Empire of the Petal Throne by TSR and Boot Hill all came out. Those are all by TSR who did the original, were the very original, as far as I know, the original tabletop role playing games. Let's see here. But yes, I love tabletop games as much as I do computer games. I mean, I've been into both computers and tabletop games. I haven't been in computer games as long, but I've been into computers that long. I've been in tabletop games RPGs since 80, 79, 80, 79. What was it? 70, so would have been 79. Yes.
Lefty Brasco just said but have been in the computer field for 40 plus years.
Well, awesome. So you're about my age then.
Lefty Brasco just said, are you like an old IBM god?
I'm not quite that old, but I did do a lot of IBM work, so.
Lefty Brasco just said no sir about me smile.
So, I started in computers in 1981. I was 21 whenever I started in computers. So that tells you my age. Completely self-taught. Actually, oh man, I messed that up, didn't I?
Lefty Brasco just said 81. Pinnacle of humanity, almost there, smile.
Lefty Brasco just said I'm getting philosophic.
That's okay. I'm an old misanthrope, so philosophic is exact opposite of what I do.
Whoa, dude, so many folks vibing, that's awesome. Yeah, hippie redneck geek is building this crazy cities. Skylines II city, it's pretty wild. Dad joke. Asterisk, what do you call a lazy kangaroo? Pouch potato. Seriously though, those rail yards are tricky, man. Don't stress about it. Just keep at him. Let's get some fences around this sprawl, protecting the Discord link is.
Oh yeah, he's going to get, he's getting all repetitive again, so I gotta fix that. I gotta spend some time fixing HippieBot while I'm writing the new bot app. While I'm writing my new app, I need to fix HippieBot. Okay, we need to get a little bit more here. Let's go ahead and build this here area out here with high density. Let's go ahead and let that build up. We're about to cause a wave of people moving in. Traffic's about to happen. All you newcomers, welcome to Hippieland.
Lefty Brasco just said you keep looking at this city while it's GTA 2. The top-down view lol.
Well, I look at the city from top-down view to see where I want to go and work and stuff. So I started off as a city builder when I started
Lefty
playing
Brasco just said you just changed my bad.
Yes.
Lefty Brasco just said smiley face.
Yeah, I go around looking for things that need to be done, and then whenever I find an area, then I will go and work on it.
Whoa, mellow out, man. This city's Skylines II thing is pretty trippy, ya know? Like, building a whole civilization, it's expansive. Hey, did you hear about the constipated mathematician? He worked it out.
Damn! HippieBot, you're getting better at your jokes. So Wolf, if you're still there, I still couldn't get this here to work. This part to work. So I don't know what I need to do, but I'm just kind of like, see, I added a pedestrian gate there, but the gym part was not seeming to do anything. Once I took all the stuff away from it, it didn't seem to want like it wanted to work. And so I don't know if it's that it needs because it needs connections or what. You know, I don't see, and I put it in there, and it takes and gets that ground stuff there. It messes up my ground. So I don't know what to do about my park. Maybe I'll tear it down and start all over again. I don't know. I've got everything here. This is, I mean, got, well, there's the sign. Well, the sign went there a while ago. What the hell happened to the sign? Huh. That's weird. So, Lefty, I'm going to show you here real quick. Like, let me save this here real quick. Like, save this. Oh, right. Excellent. Yes, let's blow things up again. Let's make sure it's saved. 2150. Yes, it's saved. Okay, we'll just take and do another save. Oh, it's totally blew up. Save game in progress. It's still trying to save it. We had a blow up. Okay, let's try again. It's still trying to save it. Something definitely blew up on it. All right, at least, shit, I do have a bit. Let's see here.
Lefty Brasco just said this game so bad optimized.
Yeah, well, 250 mods does not help.
Lefty Brasco just said 250 mods.
Lefty Brasco just said are cooked.
So yeah, I expect to have some issues at times. Although, I mean, it does work for pretty much. I mean, I've got an extremely overpowered computer. Is it still saved? Come on. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to ever save. I may end up. It says it's saved, and that's 18,000. That is correct.
Lefty Brasco just said delete mods should be next thing smiley face. Hippie Ima head out smiley face.
I ain't deleting no mods. I'm going to be adding mods. So, but thanks for stopping in there, Lefty. Appreciate it. Hope you stop back again sometime.
Lefty Brasco just said a little 76 PBJ.
So I don't play just City Skylines. I also do Warframe and Once Human and Bless Unleashed and various other things, Station to Station. So I do all kinds of stuff. So and we have a lot of fun in here, messing with the bot as well. Well, we may be cooked here on this here, since it doesn't want to save. Because I won't be able to go any further. I can't even exit.
Lefty Brasco just said clap streamer smile OG but good vibes.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the vibes here. We like to have fun here. Okay. So I may have to force quit on it. If I force quit on it, that's 15 minutes to reload. Plus I may have to reboot. I may be forced to reboot. We may have corrupted something in the process too. Well, I guess it's going to be a short night tonight, only 3 hours instead of 4 hours. Okay, since I'm kind of crooked on this year, and it's not wanting to save, and I have no idea what's going to happen whenever I do this year, so we're going to call it an early night again tonight. So, thanks everybody. Okay, Hippie Bot, time to say goodnight. Oh, wait a second here. Did Hippie Bot go to sleep again? All right, we're going to raid Fashion 40 then. Because Hippie Bot seems to be asleep. So, night everybody. Much loves. Y'all have fun.